What's your favorite genre to DJ?
Probably like, honestly, I love hip hop. I love like some good throwbacks. I mean, I love some like a good ratchet moment if I'm being real. You know, like I don't know. Hip hop has been like my first love. Like since I grew up.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. If hip hop's what we're gonna talk about, give me Mount Rushmore.
My Mount Rushmore of rappers.
Rappers, yeah.
God
rappers,
damn.
rappers, not lyricists. I have to make that good.
Rappers, not lyricists. Let's see.
Yeah, rappers, overall rappers, and then we can have a separate Mount Rushmore for lyricists.
With just straight rapper, like just straight like
totality, like Gray's rappers, the totality. I'll give you mine if you want. That way it can inform what.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, Jay-Z. Number 2, Kendrick. Number 3, let's see. Biggie. And number 4, let's see. For today, I'd be okay with number 4 being Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And that's totality. Like, that's like sales, impact, artistic integrity.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? In general. Top 4, like a Mount Rushmore lyricist, though, that's a different. I've got Black Thought on there.
Right, yeah,
I've got Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, Lupe.
I've got A$AP Rock and MF Doom.
Oh, fire. That's a good one. Yeah. I would say rappers, let's see. I would definitely do like Lil Wayne, Tupac.
Okay.
It's up there for me. Kanye's up there for me.
Oh, that's a tough one.
100%. And then...
How do you justify... Okay, finish it.
I would probably go Jay-Z.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
How do you justify putting Kanye on the top, on the Mount Rushmore hip-hop artists with, like, knowing that a lot of his stuff wasn't written by him?
I would just say, like, I think a lot of the stuff at the beginning that he was putting out, like, he tried so hard to, like, make his name known as a rapper, which is funny given the fact that he doesn't write all of his stuff. But right. I think just on, like, the impact itself of, like, the production of the music and, like, putting all of that together, like, you know, obviously, like, it takes like a special kind of talent to just like put it all together, I think, to make it into like a, you know, like a masterpiece, if you will. And like that's just like the rappers, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like, cause
do you have trouble reconciling who he is as a person with the music?
Like right now? Yeah, absolutely.
In general,
absolutely. Yeah. In general, absolutely. Cause it's like, all of the stuff that's been going crazy, like he's been going crazy on, is like.
I mean, he's kind of a shit human being.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, and it's just, it sucks to see like one of your heroes, you know, like just fall from grace, basically, like, and it's just like
do you still listen to Kanye a lot?
I keep some of the music in a rotation, but there's like some older stuff. Nothing really new, honestly. Like I haven't.
All this new shit's ass.
Yeah. And I keep some of like the. You know, the early stuff, like Graduation, like, there's always that, like...
What's your favorite Kanye project?
He made Graduation. My favorite Kanye project...
Is it Graduation?
Damn, I don't know, man. That's a hard one. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is amazing.
That's the one.
Just so many really good ones. And I'm a big Life of Pablo fan.
I have Kanye hot takes. I mean, so the preface for everybody. I've talked about Kanye on the podcast before. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a shit human being. I also think he's obsessed with being popular, not obsessed with being artistic.
Right.
And he just so happens to have a talent for great production. I don't think he's a genius, and I don't think that we should revere him in the way that he's revered. However, his musical run is undisputed. It's undeniable.
I mean, it is undeniable.
It's undeniable. So, for art's sake, we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't support him.
I don't.
But
I think he's a shitty human being and the stuff that he's done.
I don't
and
support
the
him.
stuff that surfaced recently too. I'm like, man,
I don't support him at all. I stopped supporting him after Twisted Fantasy, really. because I kind of like saw the writing in the wall like really early. Yeah. So, but hot takes in terms of Kanye, I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, or not hot takes, but my opinions. I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the like top 3 best hip hop albums of all time. Period. Like everybody included.
Definitely.
I think top 3 hip hop albums for me that are like, if we had to put them in a little capsule, send it off to space, this is representative of hip hop. I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is in that capsule, is that time capsule for sure. So is To Pimp a Butterfly. I think that is like, a good one. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is number 1 actually. Like for me, it's it's like the epitome of the black experience in America. Hip hop being an American art form.
I mean,
I think To Pimp a Butterfly is the quintessential hip hop album. I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is in there, and I think if I had to put a third one of album, it'd probably be at any given day, it'd probably be like either Illmatic or Mad Villainy.
Mad Villainy is an amazing project. Also,
yeah. So like, but I do not like Life of Pablo.
Yeah, not a Life of Pablo fan.
I don't like Yeezus either.
I like Yeezus also. I mean, I think they're dope. Like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy's up there. Yeezus is just like, I feel like you could spin that today, obviously, and there's like just so many things that were just ahead of the time for like the sound.
Oh, no, yeah. I think 808s was definitely ahead of his time.
Right,
808s was definitely... Right. I personally don't, like, fuck with 808s like that either, but I do think it was like I do think that it's, like, ahead of his time. And as a DJ, if I was a DJ, I'd probably like 808s, because it'd probably give me a, like, good starting point for, like, a lot of things that I want to do. So you probably use that shit, like, nonstop.
Yeah.
Right? But I think the thing about Kanye being a hip-hop head... Like, when Yeezus came out, it felt like everybody was like, oh my God, this is revolutionary. This is blah, 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 this and that. Like, in my mind, I'm like, it wasn't. Like, Death Grips has been around. There's been a lot of, like...
I fuck with Death Grips also.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of underground hip-hop music that was, like, in a lot of ways, like, not even derivative of Yeezus. Like, Yeezus is a straight bad, like, worse copy of it.
You think so?
You know, yeah. In the same way that Drake House album is annoying as fuck. Yeah. Because I'm like, that's not real house music. Like, real house music in a lot of ways sounds like, you know, very different. And there's some slaps on there. There's some slaps on there. There's some songs on there that like, I get it. Like, you know, it's cool. Whatever, right? But like, this is not a dance record. Dance records do not sound like this.
I think in the mind, right, of like the people that it goes through, especially just like hearing about, you know, how you've developed over the time just as a musician, or like, and how your thoughts about, you know, just like from the DJing have developed also, right? Like, it's definitely one of those things too, where it's like almost like, you know, like you're like, okay, I have an openness to this thing. you're still going to be critical of it, obviously, if you don't like it. But I found that like the less, you know, the more critical I've been, the more I've like kind of avoided some of that stuff, which I feel like as a DJ, well, for me right now, I try to like give everything a fair shot, and give everything a fair listen.
What do you? Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Finish that thought.
Oh no, that's all I was gonna say, and I feel like it's okay, obviously, to be critical of the stuff that you want to be critical. I think it's important to be like, hey, like, this might be good. This might actually not be really good. I really don't actually like it. I don't think it's great, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to obviously make that be known.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, for me personally, when I started to develop stuff like that, like, it's kind of like strayed me from listening to other similar projects or other similar, you know, types of music in that way.
I think you make a great point in the sense that, like, depending what you're listening to music for is how open you should be to it.
Right.
Because I'm just listening to it as a consumer and as a I guess art critic, maybe, right? And as a, like, looking at it on a culture perspective. But if I was a DJ, I think I'd probably play a lot more Kanye in my day to day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I was a DJ,
I don't even know if I've let like any Kanye records like in my sets loose. Like, there's one remix that I have that I like worked on, that I put out like an original edit that I like try to rinse and just like have a couple of things out there. But There's some like edits and stuff like
Yeah, there's some
like,
stuff on Life of Pablo that I can
one
see
of the
as a DJ,
like one of the DJs, Yerba Malita, she did like a Baile Funk remix.
She's fire,
One
by
of
the
them.
way.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Shout out
amazing
to
selector. One of my favorite DJs.
Shout out to Yerba Malita.
Yerba Malita.
We got your videos coming up soon. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Shout out to All Day Ray, another amazing homie.
Yeah, he was fire too.
We cooked up a track together that
Nice.
I'm like working on putting out.
Nice.
But yeah, sorry. I think you were meaning to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something
Like
too.
I think it, you know, the function of like how you're trying to listen to music for what purpose informs how you should be inclusive or not. So I can see that. I can see that.